All right, welcome back everybody to Altcoin Daily, where you subscribe for a video on cryptocurrency every day. My name's Austin, and like always, let's get to the major news stories of the day. Better than Bitcoin. MIT Stanford professors make a bold claim about a new cryptocurrency. This is something that's been receiving a lot of attention from a lot of different people. So today, I want to bring it to you. And a big reason this is receiving so much attention is because it's new. This cryptocurrency is actually so new, it doesn't exist yet. Right now, it's just proposed. But supposedly, it's set to launch the second half of this year, 2019. And this crypto is being hailed as better than Bitcoin in terms of scalability. Right now, we already have hundreds of cryptocurrencies that are better than Bitcoin in terms of scalability. So how is this different? And why is it receiving so much hype? Well, in terms of the hype, the reason it's getting so much attention is because of the number of prominent researchers that are backing the project. There's researchers from MIT, UC Berkeley, Stanford, Carnegie Mellon. The list goes on, all getting a lot of people very excited about this crypto. I'm not excited yet. I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid yet. And after I explain to you what this is, I'll share with you why. But this cryptocurrency is known as Unit E. Sort of a generic name, but whatever. Known as Unit E, the proposed cryptocurrency will supposedly have the capacity to rival Visa and MasterCard in terms of transactions processed per second. Okay? I mean, that's something we've heard from a lot of different cryptocurrencies. They're all aiming to rival Visa and MasterCard in terms of transactions. And to get more specific on Unit E should launch in the second half of 2019 with a stated goal of processing 10,000 transactions per second, which would put it out on its own as a network with the highest throughput ahead of Visa's 1,700 transactions per second and obviously ahead of Bitcoin's 10 transactions per second. Right now, what are the fastest altcoins out there? They're all, to name a few, there's XRP, TRON, EOS, Cardano, Nano, all competing to be the fastest cryptocurrency. And right now, none of them quite rival Visa just yet. So if Unit E came on the market with 10,000 transactions per second, it would definitely be a differentiator. Why am I not excited? Well, let's just take XRP, for example. If you look on Ripple's website, it says XRP consistently handles 1,500 transactions per second and can scale to handle the same throughput as Visa. That's true if you look at other websites like Cardano and TRON and a lot of the major players for these third-generation cryptocurrencies. All of them say that right now their transactions don't match Visa, but it's not important right now because we don't have the adoption to warrant that. And they can all scale, supposedly, when the time comes. But actually, let's just take Cardano. In a live stream from Charles Hoskinson maybe a few months ago now, he actually mentioned that transactions per second were sort of a misnomer in terms of it's cool to compare. And at first glance, you think, oh, that makes it a better cryptocurrency, but we don't have the adoption right now where transactions per second are important. And honestly, if you're a third generation cryptocurrency that you know the name of with a higher market cap, you can get there, according to what these developers are saying. So I don't understand why this is being I understand that these big names provide a lot of value in terms of, this will be an up-and-coming cryptocurrency, but I haven't drank the Kool-Aid yet. To name one more fact about this, the researchers are all working together under the banner Distributed Technology Research, under the banner DTR, which is a non-profit foundation backed by Pantera Capital for the purpose of developing the next generation digital currencies to achieve wide adoption. That's that's cool. These are big names that are backing this cryptocurrency. But it brings me to the question, why are they valuing transactions per second so much? The answer comes from Joey Krug, a member of the DTR Foundation Council and co-chief investment officer at Pantera Capital. So this is the man to talk to if you have a question. And he claims that a lack of scalability is holding back cryptocurrency adoption. A lack of scalability holding back adoption. I disagree. I think this is wrong. Right now, the biggest things to me that are keeping us from adoption, one, obviously there's barriers to entry in terms of the technical aspects of Bitcoin. For example, setting up wallets and buying and selling and all that stuff, that's sort of a learning curve. But the biggest thing to me from the articles that I've been reading and the interviews that I've been watching is right now institutional money. They're interested, but they're all sort of waiting to see where the blade falls for regulation. Nobody wants to come in before if the SEC is about to pounce regulation on cryptocurrency. So while we heard about all this regulation, in 2018, these big financial institutions are coming in. From the research I've been doing, they're still very much interested, but they're waiting on to see where the regulation falls. Anyway, let me know what you think about Unit E. If you think it has some potential, will you be investing? Either way, let's keep going. 4 more news stories to go. I want to talk about hydrogen, TRON, Grin token, and Bitcoin. Next up, hydrogen, newest collaboration with IBM. This is something that actually came out last week. Nobody covered it, and I just wanted to put it on your radar now because I like hydrogen. I don't really talk about it that much on this channel because in this bear market it is a low cap coin, but from what I remember when this came out last year in May, hydrogen's big claim to fame was they had a working product, and it was the first blockchain, identifier, just like Hydro 2FA. Yeah, two-factor authentication. Could not think of the word. Two-factor authentication. So if you have a Coinbase account or crypto exchange account, you might see Google authentication. Hydro has the first blockchain-powered authenticator, which is used in business all the time, and that's really Hydrogen's claim to fame. And I'm going to leave this link in the description below. If you don't know Hydro, they do a whole lot more working. Their payment system, P2P, B2B, AI, documents. They're really trying to implement businesses into cryptocurrency and blockchain, all with the Hydro utility token. Anyway, that's in the description. They partnered with IBM. Actually, partner is the wrong word, I would think. They're collaborating with IBM. More specifically, Hydrogen's API is deployed in the IBM Cloud Catalog, and IBM Global Business Services, they're working with them. That's good news for hydrogen. What does this mean for hydrogen? Basically, IBM works with a lot of companies in this regard, and now we have another cryptocurrency company involved. So this is going to give a lot of financial institutions across North America access to the hydrogen platform. Good news for them. Let me know if you like hydrogen and if you'd like to hear more about them, because I'll definitely keep you guys informed. Next up, TRON. This is a tweet from Justin Sun. I'll support these updates. If everything goes as planned with BitTorrent token, TRON is expected to launch BitTorrent's live streaming feature in 2019. So that's coming up this year. And live streaming right now, that's huge. Twitch is live streaming. YouTube does live streaming. That's an up-and-coming platform. And TRON's getting involved. And if they get this launched on the BitTorrent token, that's a growing industry, live streaming, as a hobby and as a profession. So it could be big. The only other cryptocurrency that I know that's focusing on live streaming is Theta token. The difference with TRON and Theta token, one of the many differences, is TRON is the high cap coin. Theta token is a low cap coin. It's going to be interesting because Theta token is, I think their test net is out now, but their main net is coming out later this year. And they're all about live streaming as well. So for me, it's going to be interesting to see. And something else notable about Theta token, it's been a while since I looked, but I believed some of their founders or some people on their leadership team was one of the creators of Twitch and one of the creators of YouTube, I believe. So they have a little more experience, might be better with the partnerships, but Tron has more money. And with BitTorrent has more active users, supposedly. It's going to be interesting to see which cryptocurrency gains ground. Let me know what you think. We have 2 more news stories to go. If you're getting any value from our video today, feel free to give it a like. Just helps me grow as a channel. Let's get to Grin. If you don't know what Grin is, it's getting a lot of attention, a lot of hype recently. I covered exactly what it is in a video a few days ago. Check that out. But Grin mining, the Grin mining launch, so Grin just went live, not on an exchange yet, I don't think, but it can be mined right now. And the mining launch draws interest from deep-pocketed investors. Real quickly, what is Grin? The reason it's getting so much hype is because of the technology behind it, Mimblewimble, which is a scalable privacy protocol, I believe. And what makes Grin potentially better than the privacy coins that we have now is with Mimblewimble, usually when you get when you have to encrypt a transaction, all the encrypting weighs the transaction down. It can be hard to make it scalable. Mimblewimble allows you to be scalable and keep that encrypted transaction. So whether Grin or Beam, the other coin using this, makes or not, Mimblewimble is definitely here to stay, the technology. And Grin has a lot of hype because of it. And here's a direct quote in terms of the interest. So it's drawing a lot of interest from a lot of VCs. There is, by our conservative estimates, $100 million of mostly VC money, venture capitalist money, invested into special purpose investment vehicles to mine Grin. Interesting, because another thing, and I also listed the negatives about Grin and Beam in this video. If you want the negatives too, I'm not just hyping Grin. I'm not invested. But another thing that people liked about Grin was totally community driven, very much decentralized, and was having a fair, quote unquote, fair launch because, no pre-mine, nobody really owned it. It was open to everybody. This kind of draws the curtains a little bit on the fair launch because investment firms are putting money into mining this. Chris Dannon of Inherit Capital, a fund with a strong focus on mining, saw similar levels of interest. He says, and I guess this is just anecdotally, but anecdotally, we know that a plurality of Chinese GPU farms are already hashing on these 2 networks, Grin and Beam, both using Mimblewimble. So it looks like that investment firms or big people with a lot of money are looking to take control of this crypto. What does this mean? That if this is true, that VCs are mining Grin heavily, it means that, one, it's going to mean it turns a bunch of people who would have been buyers when these got on the exchanges, turns them into sellers. So these VCs are going to want to make money. So eventually Grin might have a sell-off. I think it definitely will. And also it means that with so many people mining, the chain will launch with an extremely high degree of security via a high proof of work hash rate. What do you think? Any of you guys in mining Grin or buying Grin? Let me know. Last piece of news before we get to the Twitter, but Russia has denied buying $10 billion in Bitcoin. This was fake news. It was covered by a lot of crypto YouTubers, news sites. We didn't cover it, but it was false. And Russia has officially came on record and said that. According to an official with the Russian State Duma, chair of the Duma's cryptocurrency group, says that the rumors are nonsense. This statement has no common sense. The Russian Federation, like any other country in the world, is simply not ready to combine its traditional financial system with cryptocurrencies. Obviously, I think a lot of us knew this was fake news, and I totally agree when they say the statement has no common sense, because if Russia was in fact buying $10 billion in Bitcoin, if they did it over the counter or whatever, that would cause a huge spike in the Bitcoin price. Obviously, we have not seen that. What do you think? Or is this something Russia wants us to think? Well, they buy it all. Either way, they say it's fake. That's it today. That's the news. If we quickly check out the market, what do we see? Bitcoin still holding strong at 3,600. That's the news today, everybody. Make sure, question for you, have you followed us on Twitter yet? If you haven't, can I ask why? Links in the description below. This is how you stay connected with us between videos. But either way, we'll see you tomorrow. Appreciate you.